Hey Tribe, Erica here from Thirsty for Spirit. Thank you so much for all your support. And if you love what I'm sharing, if you love what I'm creating, click down below to subscribe. And a special thank you for all the donations and all the support. It really helps me be in this passion of mine to help others align, to have spirit, and to spread the message of the divine source. So let's get right into it. Talk a little bit about astrology in the beginning because we are so influenced by the stars. We are star beings. And as I talked about in February, we were Aquarius and Pisces. And this month of March, we are Pisces and Aries. And the coolest part is that Pisces is the last of the zodiac. It is the 12th. And it's a water sign. It's very easygoing, go with the flow, positive, intuitive, dreamy. And then we move into the first zodiac, which is Aries, and it's a fire sign. You know, it's that spark. It's that go in head first, very passionate, confident leader energy. You know, it's the first zodiac sign. And the coolest part about all of it is that Aries is the beginning of spring, and spring is all about new beginnings. You know, we were just in darkness of February, kind of in our womb-like space, just reflecting and understanding, and now we're heading into spring where things are blossoming, things are coming to fruition that we've been working on. And so the universal number for March is 7, and how you get that is you do 3, since March is the third month, plus 2020. So 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 equals 7. And 7 is all about spirit, spirituality, connection to the divine, asking why, just being curious about your life and about who you are, and being an observer, and meditative, and even scientific. 7 is the marrying of science and spirituality. And we also can be kind of opinionated and distant, self-cautious, and maybe even a little airy at times for this universal 7 month. Before we jump into the cards, I just want to explain how I read this. So I focus on 7 categories. And these 7 categories are how I align every day. And it's solitude, meditation, play, journaling, which is your emotional body focus, movement, cleansing, which is your spiritual body, diet, and physical body. And with these 7 categories, I use 7 different oracle cards to see what the message is for March. And it's so important that we're grounded and aligned. So I have this 7-day grounding challenge coming up where we tap into each one of these. I call them bottles, as this is Thirsty for Spirit page. And we go very deep into them. And it's free. So hit the link down below and sign up today. We learn the essence of each of these categories, deep essence, why it's so important to practice these 7 things every day, how you can put them into your life effortlessly, and some surprise bonuses after this 7-day challenge. So I'd love to see you there and for your participation for this. Now, before I start recording this, I meditate, I get into the zone, and I ask the divine source for 3 words for March. And I pick this card, which is part of the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle by Lon. And you can find all that information in the comments below of each oracle deck that I use. And the first word I got was grounding. And that was such a great word to get because Pisces is the 12th zodiac. So I looked at it as we are grounding what we've learned from all those 12 zodiacs in the Pisces season. We are grounding what we learned and how we can apply that to our lives. And then the second word I got was new beginnings. And of course, new beginnings, because Aries is the first zodiac of the sign. So that's why March is this very transformative transformative month because we're moving from Pisces, the last, into new beginnings, number 1. And it's like the zodiac new year, the first zodiac sign, Aries, that fire. It's number 1. So we have grounding and new beginnings. And then I also received the word presence. And for us to transform, for us to evolve, we really need to make sure that we are fully present, that we are reflecting, that we are noticing how we act day to day and making little shifts, little changes into that. So the geometry card I picked was fertility. And what I got with fertility is like we are birthing a new perspective. Like this is our opportunity, our chance to change our perspective, to change the story of our lives. We are moving from the 12th zodiac to the first. Like it's a whole new shift, a whole new beginning. It's so exciting. You know, this card is an invitation to be more open, more courageous, more joyful, cheerful than you've ever been before. And I just love that about this card. It's perfect. And I think we got this for February as well, which is so crazy. We are in this transformation, this birthing process in this world right now. It's such a great time to be alive. My partner and I, we are noticing how things are shaking up like constantly around us. And the reason it is doing that is so that we are able to change our perspective, change our reaction towards things. So if you get in a fight with someone and you say, I am never going to talk to them again, well, that was your old thinking. Why is this conflict coming up for you? Is it because you can then change your perspective and be more compassionate, more grounded, like less judgmental? And so I feel so hard right now, so intuitively, that this shift from Pisces to Aries is going to be big. And you're going to be challenged to change your perspective, to be more open than you ever have before. So get ready. It's exciting. It's new. If you change the story, you change your life. And so that's a big part of this as well. All right, so bear with me. I'm going to shuffle for each card and lay them out here, which ones I pick. So just hang in there and listen to this fun music. All right, there we have it. I've picked all the cards. I'll put them in front of me. I have not looked at any of them. All right, so the first category is solitude. And this is about connecting with yourself, going inward for wisdom. And that's why I've used The Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron. And we got, which the card will appear right here each time, the Diamond Dreamer, Material Wealth and True Prosperity. So this is about making time for yourself. You know, what do you want to do? And so the dreamer, Diamond Dreamer, comes into your life to tell you that your manifestations are coming true. You know, wealth, true prosperity. But you have to have that solitude. You have to go inward. You have to make the time for those desires, for those manifestations, and you will be led to those things. So how cool is that as well, with this new beginning energy of mid-March, of Aries and spring? So that's a good one. And now we'll move to meditation. And I'm using these angel meditation cards by Sonia Cafe. And if you didn't notice, this one fell out. So it jumped out at us, and it will appear up here. The Angel of Abundance. Wow, look at this theme we are having right now. It says, I am life abundant, and the love of God lives in me. To lovingly accept people and situations, knowing that here and now all is in the right place and in the right moment, is to be aware of abundance. Abundance is not a great quantity of things, but the awareness of quality within all we have. This is such a great card. So for this category of meditation, it's what insights meditation could give me this month. And so when I think of the abundance card, maybe you're not feeling abundant right now. And I think by meditating and realizing that the quality within all we have and having awareness towards that is really beneficial and really will move your consciousness into that source. So make time for meditation, connect to source energy, feel that abundance within, because that is so important right now. These cards are just lovely right now. So next we have play, and play is a category because there's just too much stress in our lives. We take things way too seriously. So these cards are just super funny, super fun. They're affirmations by Susie Burnett or by the Knock Knock business. And so when we're looking at play in our life, that's why I'm picking these funny, goofy cards. And here we have beauty. And it's a peacock, which is totally one of my spirit animals. And they are totally beautiful and embrace the essence of beauty. I'm beautiful even when I don't think it. I'm beautiful even when I don't see it. I'm beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I'm beautiful and I don't even care if you know it. I'm beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all the time to show it. And so this fits in so great because maybe we go back to that story from the beginning. Maybe you have a story in your head that says you're not beautiful, or you're not abundant, or you can't manifest. Well, guess what? You can. It's time to change that story. It's time to move through that. This is your opportunity with all this new beginnings, all this fresh energy that is coming into us mid-March. And so think of the peacock. Remember that you're beautiful. Create that new story for yourself this month of March. If you're interested in any of these decks that I'm using, because they're all so fun and great, they will all be in the notes down below with links, and you are able to purchase them straight from my YouTube page. So if there's anything that's calling you that you want to get more messages from, that information is below for you. All right, we're at the fourth category, which is journaling. And I like to pick two cards for this, one for the beginning of the month for Pisces and one for the end of the month for Aries. And this one is all about our emotional body. When we journal, we're really reflecting on, who we are or what we've done or our reactions, our negative feedbacks, all of those things. So these cards are going to kind of hit on what should we be reflecting on, or what emotions or lessons or growth that I need to focus on. And this is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia, which is really amazing. And although it's goddesses, it doesn't matter. They're all emotions. They all apply to whatever gender you are. So in the beginning, we have, Uranus, crisis. So crises at the beginning of this month of March. It sounds a little scary, and maybe you are going through a crisis right now. It could be financial, psychological, a health crisis. This card appears to remember to ask for help, to realize that we are at the end of this cycle. and that things are shaking up all around us. And before we can get to the other side of transformation, of awareness, we have to go through this crisis. And we are never given anything we cannot handle. So we want to really journal. If something's wrong, journal. It's our emotional body. Something isn't right at the beginning of this month of March for probably the collective, because that's what this is for. And I've definitely had some crises leading up to March so far, and handle them. Don't worry about your partner or whoever else it's affecting. Focus on yourself. Change that story. Dive into the new beginnings fresh after this transformation. Now we have the second half of the month, which is Hathor, pleasure. Wow, this could not be a more better card right now after a crisis. Maybe you're having a crisis because you haven't had pleasure in your life. And so your vitality, your health, your mental stability is going down. So the second half of this month, while we're in Aries season, focus on pleasure. Focus on things that you like to do. Focus on creating that new story. You know, a lot of us have been taught that pleasure is bad. And when we have that in our head, then we don't have pleasure in our lives. Pleasure could be eating a delicious meal. It could be taking a walk outside. It could be a nice body scrub or a bath or just touching your partner. It could be any of those things. And our society has lost touch of pleasure. And so I think with this new beginning, this new chapter, this new story we're creating, it's time to journal, time to channel, to change pleasure in our lives, to change what that means for us, and to activate it again into our daily lives. So we might have to go through crisis to realize we need pleasure. So just be aware of that in March when you are going through it this month. All right, so now we're moving to the fifth category, which is movement. Like, what do we need to move? And I love to use the Animal Spirit Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed because animals are moving. They give us that sense of connection to the divine, to nature. Nature is. And we need to move. We need to get back to that, tribal sensation of movement. So movement looks at your body and the areas that you might need movement. Maybe you're stagnant somewhere, or what animals are moving towards your direction. And so we got the eel spirit. Wow. The eel spirit says, bring your ideas to life. So how fitting. I just love doing these. They're so random and so perfect if you have the ritual and the intention for what you're asking. We're at the end of the zodiac, Pisces. We've learned all these things. We've been incubating in this winter in the womb. We've been working on ourselves, and now it's time to bring those ideas to life. Be electrifying. Move like the eel. He's fast. He's unpredictable. He's electric. He zaps his ideas right into your head. And so with movement, it's time to take those ideas and move with them. Or maybe it's time to move your body more. Maybe you need to zap your body into movement again. Winter, we kind of hibernate and we forget that movement is such an important part of vitality, of life. And so maybe the eel spirit's message for you is to get moving again, working out, exercising, walking, going outside. It's snowing here in Colorado, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't go out and move and enjoy the snow, enjoy Mother Nature. And so I think this is just a great card to get moving with your ideas after this winter, the new beginnings of Aries. It's time to move with these ideas and to make them a reality for you. All right, so now we're at 7, which is cleansing, which is your spiritual body. And this is the card. It'll be up here. But these are such beautiful cards. They're the chakras, and they're the Lumerian activation code by Amber Meleha. There's different interpretations of the chakras. There could be some people say there's 110 chakras. Some say chakras are meridians. But most people know the basic 7 chakras, and the different modalities have different chakras. This deck has 11 chakras. So it has the 7, but then it has an 8th one above you, the feminine, the masculine, and then Mother Earth. And today we've picked number 3, chakra number 3. You have come into form to live your own distinct Akashic expression. Allow your innate intuitive perceptions to guide you forward in life's purpose. The interwoven meld of your will and divine will manifest through you as unique gifts and potentials for your self-realization. So the third chakra is the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is a yellow color, and this is telling us to allow your innate intuitive perceptions to guide you forward in your life's purpose. So self-realization. And so this is kind of like, where do I need cleansing? And cleansing as energetic beings is so important in a daily practice. So it feels like we need to cleanse our solar plexus. We need to feel into our expression, our life's purpose. We need to interwoven meld our will and divine will manifest through unique gifts and potentials of your self-realization. So we just need to realize how powerful we are. And we might need some extra cleansing. We might need some extra guidance, some extra support this month to do so. These cards are beautiful, and they're with the Lumerians. So they activate a lot. All right, and the last category is diet. And diet is part of the physical body. And when we think of the physical body, and we think of diet, they have a lot of things that are correlating. How is your health? What do you need to focus on? Are you consciously living? Are you moving through life consciously? Are you eating conscious, high vibrational foods? So, how funny is that? We have help from spirit. And with this crisis energy in March and the solar plexus having self-realization, we need, it's a pretty good balance of that. We need to ask for help. Spirit wants us to have all the abundance. He wants us to succeed. It wants us to feel our power, to move through our emotions, to move through life in a healthy way. It wants the best for us. So again, ask for help. When we surrender to the help, when we ask for the guidance, we are given it almost directly, almost instantaneously. Our life, the simulation of life around us is here to support us, to help us grow, to get us back on track. And so if you're feeling in that crisis, ask help from spirit. If you're feeling like your diet and your physical body just aren't what you're used to, you're getting these messages, these skin rashes, this overweight, these different diseases, ask for guidance. Ask for the divine to help you, because it's in our innate nature to want that, to get that, to receive that. And I just want you to know how important it is for you to connect to spirit and to ask for that help and to surrender, because it can't help you unless you ask for it. So wow, what a spread for March 2020. It looks like, we're here to change that story, to change the narrative, to be the material, the true prosperity, to realize we are already abundant and beautiful. And maybe you don't realize those things, and that's why crises is coming up. But if you just keep at it, you keep asking for help, you keep having those self-realizations, pleasure will be here for you, and your ideas will come to life like electricity. And so March is about that. It's about the transition. That's what it feels like. It feels like we are transitioning. We are changing the story. We are electrifying. We're realizing our abundance, our beauty, and we're realizing to ask for help from Spirit. I don't think a lot of us realize how important that is. So, there we have it. Spirit has come with all these messages, all these beautiful things. Remember those 4 words: grounding, new beginnings, presence, and fertility for March as well. And I appreciate all of the love and all of the support from all of you guys watching right now. This helps me create, it helps me tap into my creativity, my intuition. I love doing these readings so much. Click subscribe down below if you like what you're hearing and want to hear more every month. Also, head to thirstyforspirit.com. I have a blog on spiritual health, oracle cards, and more. And you can get your own free messages too from me, Erica. And you can also purchase my favorite reading, which is a 1-year animal spirit reading message, which helps you ground. It helps you with the challenges in your life each month, so you can stay focused and aligned. And don't forget the grounding challenge, where we dive into these 7 things: solitude, meditation, play, journaling, movement, cleansing, and diet. We dive into the essence of these things. So the links are down below. Join me with this challenge. We all need a little bit of help of aligning and grounding and using those tools. I have such great tools to help you to add it to your life effortlessly. All right, we'll catch you next month. Thanks again so much for joining me. Love and light to you guys on this month. Don't be afraid. Ask for help from Spirit, and everything will be great.